What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D2 Wild, checking in once again, back with a banger today, guys. And today we're in the sneaker lab. We're in the sneaker dungeon. Forgive me, we swapped up a little bit of the looks today, but we'll be back. You feel me? I wanted to just spice some things up. If you guys don't know, I am a sneakerhead, so you know we are in the sneaker room right now. But today, guys, we're having an unboxing overview, a little bit of talk, a little bit of first shots of the Sig P320 SXG. Now, we were able to shoot the Sig P320 SXG at the Sig Next event, and she's phenomenal. It's a P320 that is made into a 2011. I mean, the slide, it's buttery. I cannot air rack guns, but this gun, I can make it move a little bit. You heard that? I can't air rack guns. I can't do it. But I know y'all probably saw that, or at least heard that. It moved back a little bit, you feel me? So it's a phenomenal gun, and it is a very heavy gun. And that is what the SXG stands for. Steel frame, steel slide, still heavy, real heavy, but it's a nice heavy. And of course we were running the brand new Romeo 3 Max, which I really like, and I think it's definitely gonna be a big time competition for the Trijicon SRO. Is it a killer? I don't like to put one thing over the other. I like to give you my opinions, my thoughts, and let you determine that for yourself, because everybody's taste is different when it comes to guns, the same way it is for sneakers. With that said though, we used the P320 SXG for the Sig Connect hit factor competition, and I did good for what I think I would typically do with any other gun. Like, this gun made me shoot better. So with that said, I fell in love with it. I love it. It's heavy, but it is great for what it is, and that's a race gun. This thing is a tack driver, the trigger, the slide, the springs, the grip. It's a phenomenal gun. And I will also say that there was a slight change in this gun, and that was the grip. Now the grip is the same from what I know, but it's been slimmed down a little bit to help holster the weapon, because there was some issues that was said, and they made those changes, and the grip overall is phenomenal. And I'm going to go off, we'll probably learn a little bit more when I get to the specs, but I believe the grip is also manufactured from Lock Grips, and it's a very great texture. It's a little bit aggressive, but it's not aggressive where it's going to hurt your hands. It's a great, it's a perfect balance of aggressive, but also not too aggressive, because I felt what aggressive feels like, and it definitely was not pleasant. Lock Grips had the aggressive texture at their booth during shot, showing the different levels of what you can get, and man, oh man, it can get pretty tough, pretty rugged. It comes in your typical box, the typical case that Sig puts their pistols in, which I appreciate because it's a hard case. And what you can expect to get is, of course, you get your irons. This has been swapped out for the Romeo 3. Now, these are two springs that you can get that will give you a better overall adjustability on the slide. If you want a very, a softer spring or a heavier spring, depending on the grains you intend on shooting and going within competition. You also have the bag that it comes in. You have your lock. Yeah, I think that's about it, man. Let me see, is there any manuals? There's a manual, the manual, of course. You got the manual, you got your manual right there. So typical stuff right there, typical case, but that ain't what we here for, you feel me? Let me put this off to the side, but man, oh man. There was a lot of guns that was at Sig Next that I liked a lot. This one I knew though was gonna be the icing on the cake. The 226 Reserve, don't get me wrong, she was beautiful. She probably was the best looking gun, but the gun that I feel like was the performer in the pistol caliber, like the performance gun, was this one. Like I said before, the Fuse. I think every gun had a place. The Fuse was the gun that was going to be affordable for everybody out there, that everybody can get their hands on. And if you want that full-size P365, that was it. That was the opportunity. And just showing that difference of where the P365 can go from a full-size gun to a concealed carry compact gun. Got it. The 226 Reserve, collector's item. The same way that the 226 40th year anniversary was collector's item. The 226 Reserve though also was this, damn, she was this beautiful, man. It was a James Bond gun, you feel me? Even though Bond, we know he runs with a PPK and stuff like that, but I think Bond would run the P226 if he could, trust me. And of course the Fuse is in its own category. But this one was the one that I knew was gonna really, just become the performance gun of them all, but also a gun that can now be added into the race guns that are already been on the Sig line. And And we've seen that being done with Max Michel. He had the gun, he's been running the gun, and I think he's kind of proven the track record for it. Now, here's some of the specs because I think it's very important. It comes in 2 versions, a 21 round version and a 10 round version, depending on, you know, what state you live in. Fiber optic front adjustable rear. You have the Pro, the Delta Pro footprint right there. Threaded barrel, no. Full size. The overall length is at 8.5 inch. The overall width is 1.6 inches. The overall height is 5.8. The barrel length is 5. The weight is 49.8 ounces with the magazine. The accessory rail, which is different, is a single slot right there. Peep that. Trigger action is striker. You have a flat face trigger. The grip module is a SXG stainless steel X grip. SXG. Grip type, lock grips. So we do have the lock grips there. Grip material is a black G10. Barrel is carbon steel. Frame, stainless steel. FCU material, stainless steel, which I didn't even think about that till now, but you can see that the unit itself is actually stainless steel. Like you can see the little numbers. You can tell that they even went with that stainless steel. Slide finish, stainless steel bead blast. Slide material, stainless steel. Manual safety, no. Optic ready, yes. Electro optic installed, no. We just put that one on though. Designed to deliver unmatched performance and precision, the P320 XFIVE SXG brings the perfect mix of balance and weight to mitigate felt recoil and muzzle rise, giving you the fastest, flattest shooting P320, which I agree. A 5-inch bull barrel is also featured in this gun. Interchangeable 1911 style springs, aggressive G10 lock grips for personalized ergonomics, and a solid steel SXG grip module. And you may be asking about those springs that you saw. It's equipped with a 12-pound spring installed, and then a 14 and 16-pound spring included in the box. And then you got 3 21-round magazines. I mean, this thing, it's phenomenal, bro. Like I said, it's just how buttery that the slide is. It's nothing, bro. Like I'm trying to see if I can actuate it with my pinky. I don't know, it's hard to do what I'm trying to say, but it's just literally nothing to make that thing go. And she shoots phenomenally. Now, I know you want to hear it, or probably want to see it. All right, guys, let's check out this trigger real quick, okay? So you see that mush to the wall? You got a little bit of creep, there you go. Reset. Nice reset. Creep, 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 creep. There you go. That reset, it's like a spring. It pushes you back. It pushes it back. It's hard to it's hard to let go of it, and it just pushes your finger right back with that reset. Then you also got some cutout layers on the top. I'm guessing that is to help a little bit with the weight. They wanted to take off a little bit of weight. Personally, bro, this gun is phenomenal. There's a lot of P320s. I remember when I first started doing YouTube with guns, what kind of popped this channel off was the P320 X Carry Legion. And then at the time, the big boy was the P320 X5 Legion. It was pretty much this gun, but this gun in the Legion format, right? And then since then, there's been so many X5s, different types of Legions, and the P320 has had a big variety of guns. You know, I think even Daniel had his own version. There's been numerous different types of P320s out there. And of course, you even got the M18, the M18X, the M17. There's just so many different types of P320s, and you can just build your P320 however you want. I will say, in my opinion, that this is the best P320 out right now. Of course, it's easy to say that because it's new, but just because something comes out new does not mean it's always the best. The Fuse is not the best P365. The X Macro, and then the X Macro Legion, I would say the XG Legion is my favorite there, you feel me? The P226, I have the X5 Legion version of that with the comp. I could say that this is possibly not. I mean, it's up there, but it's definitely up there. It's definitely up there. It might be. That might be at least my favorite. But people will beg to differ and say that there's better versions of the 226 that came out, like the Zev version. You feel me? That was like threaded barrel and everything. So just because it's new doesn't mean nothing. But I can say that like this gun, from the various types of P320s that I've shot and then I've seen and I've held, I haven't shot them all. But I will say that this one out the gate, as far as a tack driver goes, as far as competition shooters go, like, I think that this is the top dog right about now. And of course, knowing Sig, we might get a P320 SXG, or my bad, P320 XFIVE SXG Legion, right? We're gonna get it, right? It's coming soon, right? It's gonna be this version, but it's gonna be the Legion Gray or something, right? We already know how Sig get down. But even then though, I mean, if they just made it a Legion Gray, they would have to do some big time add-ons to make it better, because there was a P320 SXG, which is phenomenal. And then you had the Legion version that has the integrated comp slide. Some people will say that the XFIVE 226 is better than the 226 XFIVE Legion or the XFIVE Reserve that we got recently, which, you know, just depends on your taste. Some people might not, you know, might not like that comped slide version, and I respect that. But I can stand firmly and say that this is probably the best P320 out right now, and this is probably the best optic right now. And I love the Romeo X. I love the Romeo X. I love the Romeo M17. But from a competition at least standpoint, right now, this gun, I think it's got it all. It's got it all. Sig definitely jumped in on the steel frame game with this one. You know that the PDP just got the steel frame PDP Match Pro. I feel like there's been a ton of this recent steel framed guns. I just can't think of it at the top of my head, but I'm just looking right now. Like, there's just tons of steel frame guns. Smith & Wesson just dropped their steel frame match performance gun, I believe. You got Canik that got their steel frame. Some of these are old, right? But from Sig's perspective, I don't think this is the first steel frame P320. So this is their entry, and I think that it's definitely dope. And I'm looking forward to seeing how well it performs with those professional competition shooters out there. Like, does it live up to what has been brought into the game for? And I think it will. I think it's going to do phenomenal. So we're just going to have to see what Max does, or some of you guys out there. Hey, one day, maybe even me. You feel me? Tony D2 Wild checking in. Once again, competition, USPA world champion. You feel me? That I don't think that's gonna happen. But yeah, guys, let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. We're gonna be doing a full-on review on this. I'm so excited because I shot phenomenal with it just for the first shot, so I know it's gonna be much more fun running and gunning with this guy in the next couple of days. So I love y'all, I appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.